In the town of Briarwood, surrounded by tall trees, there was a famous forest called Whispering Shadows. People in the town loved to talk about it because it was mysterious and interesting, but no one ever went inside. Some friends heard stories about old secrets hidden in the forest. They decided they wanted to find out if the stories were true. They were excited to go into Whispering Shadows and see what secrets it held. They knew it might be scary, but they were ready for the adventure. Feeling both nervous and excited, the friends started their journey into the unknown.
They felt the forest's long history all around them as they walked deeper into its depths. As they went further into Whispering Shadows, they heard strange whispers all around them. The whispers sounded like they came from another time. The air felt heavy, and the friends started to feel a little scared. In the middle of the forest, the friends found a special clearing filled with a magical light. It was incredibly beautiful, but they couldn't shake off a feeling that something mysterious was hiding there. While they explored the clearing, they met a ghostly guardian with glowing eyes. It didn't say anything, but watched them closely. It made them feel both safe and a little scared at the same time. To pass through the forest safely, the guardian asked for something in return. The friends had to promise to come back and do something important. They didn't have much of a choice, so they agreed, knowing they were now tied to the forest's mysteries. As they kept going deeper into Whispering Shadows, the friends faced strange things they couldn't see clearly, dark shapes moving just out of sight, voices that seemed to come from the trees. The friends found some old buildings covered in plants and trees. These buildings were from a long time ago, and they looked like they were falling apart. Inside, they found things that nobody had seen in a very long time, but they also discovered that there were scary things waiting for them. In the middle of the old buildings, there was something cursed. They could feel its power, even though they were far away. Even though they were warned about how dangerous it was, they couldn't resist wanting to have it for themselves. In the dark ruins, the friends promised to stick together no matter what. They promised to help each other and not give up until they finished what they started. With this new determination, they kept going, not letting anything stop them.
But Whispering Shadows didn't want to let them through easily. As they went deeper into the forest, it seemed like the trees themselves were getting in their way. The trees twisted and turned, making it hard to find a path. Shadows lurked everywhere, waiting to catch them off guard. As they walked, the friends felt like they were being pulled deeper into the forest. The only light came from the moon peeking through the trees. Even though they wanted to leave, it felt like they were stuck in the dark. When it got dark, the forest seemed to speak with the sound of the wind. The friends stayed close, finding comfort in being together as they faced whatever was waiting for them. In the dark, the friends heard strange music. It sounded like the spirits of the forest were singing a sad song. Even though they didn't understand the words, they knew it meant they had to be careful because danger was close. Deep in the forest, the friends met the guardian. Its eyes looked right at them, and they knew they had to show they were worthy. If they couldn't, they might get lost in the darkness forever. the Guardian made the friends go through some really hard tests. They had to be brave and strong, and even though they sometimes felt scared, they didn't give up. They kept going because they wanted to succeed. Finishing each test, the friends discovered more secrets of the forest. They found old stories, things people had forgotten, and treasures that were really special. But they also knew that knowing too much could be dangerous, so they had to be careful. As they got closer to what they wanted, the friends started to doubt each other. They couldn't trust like they used to. Then, one of them showed their true feelings. They betrayed the group. It made everything even worse. After the betrayal, the friends felt like they were in a really dark place. They didn't trust each other anymore, and it made them feel sad. They realized they weren't just fighting the forest anymore. They were fighting their own feelings of doubt and fear. Even though things seemed really bad, the friends didn't give up hope. They worked hard to fix what had gone wrong. They were brave and strong, facing their fears and remembering the good inside them. But the forest didn't want to forgive them easily. As the friends tried to make things better, the forest got angry again. The trees moved like monsters, trying to scare them. It felt like the forest was trying to swallow them up. With their friendship stronger than ever, the friends stood up to the forest's attack. They fought with all their might, using their weapons to defend themselves. Even though it was hard, they didn't give up because they knew they had to be brave. During the battle, the Guardian of the Forest showed why it was trying to stop them. It didn't want anyone to use the forest's power for bad things. The friends felt sad because they didn't realize they were causing harm. They knew they were facing something much bigger than they thought. Now that they understood the Guardian's reasons, the friends looked at the forest differently. It was still a beautiful place, but they knew it could be dangerous too. They realized that what they had learned during their journey was more important than what they were looking for. As they kept going into the forest, the friends met more things that tried to stop them. Each new problem seemed harder than the last, but every time they got through one, they felt stronger together. Their friendship became even stronger as they faced everything together. The friends couldn't find their way in the forest. The paths twisted and turned, making it hard to know where to go. They felt like they were surrounded by darkness, and they didn't know how to escape. In the middle of the maze, they met the keeper of the forest. It was a mysterious figure, hidden in shadows. Its voice was strong and commanding. It gave them a big challenge that would really test how strong they were. The friends had to face a lot of hard tests that pushed them to their limits. Sometimes they felt like they couldn't go on, but they didn't give up. They knew that the fate of the forest depended on them, so they kept going. After finishing the tests, the keeper told them what Whispering Shadows was really about. It was a place with a lot of power, but it could also be dangerous. The friends realized that their journey was about more than just finding out secrets. It was about facing their own fears too. After completing their mission, the friends left Whispering Shadows feeling happy and amazed. Even though their journey was over, they knew they would never forget the amazing things they saw and did. On their way back to Briarwood, the friends thought about everything that happened during their trip. They remembered all the hard things they had to go through and the important things they learned. Even though they missed home, they knew they would always remember Whispering Shadows as a special place.